US President Donald Trump has announced plans to reopen one of America's most feared and iconic prisons, Alcatraz. In a post on his social media platform Truth Social, Trump wrote, and I quote, "Rebuild and open Alcatraz." He slammed what he called vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, referring to them as the dregs of society. Trump argued that the United States used to be a more serious nation, one that didn't hesitate to lock away dangerous criminals. He said that's how it's supposed to be and called for a return to those times. As part of this plan, Trump has directed multiple federal agencies, including the Bureau of Prisons, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and Homeland Security, to collaborate on reopening the Alcatraz prison. He's not just calling for a revival of the old facility, Trump wants it substantially enlarged and rebuilt to house the country's most dangerous criminals. Alcatraz, also known as the Rock, was once the most infamous prison in the US. Located on a rocky island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, it operated from 1934 until 1963. The prison was known for housing America's most notorious criminals, including mob boss Al Capone, gangster George Machine Gun Kelly, and Robert Stroud, the so-called Birdman of Alcatraz. But why did it close? The facility shut down in 1963 not due to an escape or security issue, but because it was too expensive to run. The operating costs were triple those of other federal prisons. Alcatraz began as a military site. In 1850, it was designated for military use and later became part of San Francisco's coastal defense system. It even had the West Coast's first lighthouse. In the early 1900s, prisoners themselves helped build the current prison structure. By 1934, it had become a federal jail designed specifically for the worst of the worst. Conditions inside were tough. Cells were small, just 9 feet by 5, with a bed, toilet, and sink. But inmates were given hot showers and meals that were considered among the best in the prison system. One of the most famous escape attempts occurred in 1962. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Angelin vanished using a raft made of raincoats. Their bodies were never found and their fate remains unknown. Despite its brutal reputation, Alcatraz was also home to a civilian community. Around 300 people lived on the island, including guards and their families. Children would take a daily boat ride to school on the mainland. After the prison shut down, the island was occupied by Native American activists in 1969. That occupation lasted 19 months before ending with a federal eviction. Today, Alcatraz is a major tourist destination, drawing about 1.4 million visitors annually. It's now part of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area and includes historical buildings, gardens, and the original lighthouse. As Trump makes his push to reopen this historical site for a new wave of inmates, the proposal is sparking debate across the country. Some see it as a step toward tougher crime control, while others question the costs and symbolism of reviving such a notorious institution.